Today, we celebrate the accomplishments of all of our graduates. We ask that our audience of family and friends stay until the end of the ceremony to support and show respect for each of our graduates. Thank you. Now entering the arena, the distinguished faculty of Grand Valley State University. entering the arena, the platform officials of Grand Valley State University, including the college deans, the senior leadership team, the Board of Trustees, Acting Provost Drake, and President Mantella. Please welcome Courtney Karzinski, Chair of University Academic Senate.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Grand Valley State University Commencement Ceremony. At a significant event like today's, we have an opportunity to offer appreciation to those who were stewards of the land on which our beautiful campuses were built long before most of our ancestors arrived. As an institution committed to diversity, inclusion, and equity, Grand Valley recognizes the Three Fires people, who include the Ojibwa, the Ottawa, and the Potawatomi, on whose ancestral lands we now live and work. President Mantella, our faculty, and the candidates for degrees are assembled. These commencement proceedings are now ready to begin. Will all who are able please rise for the playing of our national anthem?
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight
Please welcome President of Grand Valley State University, Philomena Mantella.
Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you. Can we have one more round of applause for that incredible rendition of our national anthem? Graduating Lakers, family, friends, faculty, staff, distinguished guests, welcome as we gather to celebrate our class of 2024. Woo! Today is a day of celebration, a culmination of years of dedication, perseverance, and growth. Graduates, you have reached this milestone not only through your academic achievement, but also through your resilience and your determination. Commencements are an important milestone, not just for graduates who receive their diplomas, but for all of those who've been alongside throughout the journey. We want to give you, graduates, the opportunity to show your gratitude to your family, loved ones, supporters. So please take this moment to stand, face each of them, and thank them for their dedication and assistance they showed you along the way. Thank you, graduates. Another group that has supported your journey is Grand Valley's faculty and staff. They have helped you acquire the knowledge and develop the skills you used as you move to this next chapter. Their entire mission has been to develop you into leaders and difference makers, and to become all you can be. So let's take this moment to acknowledge their contributions. Faculty and staff, would you please stand? Face the graduates, and graduates, join me in thanking them, graduates. Thank you. You may be seated. I'd also like to recognize some special guests that are here with us today. From our Board of Trustees, our Board Chair, Beth Emmett, and our former Board Chair, Sue Jandernoa. Also, honorary life members of the board, Donna Brooks and Dottie Johnson, and President Emeritus Tom Haas. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Now for our graduates, more than 1,000 new GVSU graduates are here with us today. And on behalf of everyone here, we are so proud of the work that you've put in to develop into the people that you have become. During the past few years, we've seen your ideas come to life, your creativity flourish, and your voices rise with purpose. It has been an absolute privilege to watch you use your knowledge and skills to pursue your passions. As you get ready to take on the new and bigger challenges, I want you to reflect with me on a quality that will serve you well no matter what lies ahead, and that quality is courage. Winston Churchill said, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." Courage is not just the absence of fear. It is the ability to move forward despite fear being present. It is the willingness to step into the unknown, to face challenges, and to create a path where none have existed before. Your time at Grand Valley has been marked by both joy and uncertainty, by moments that demanded you to pivot, to adapt, and to reimagine what your future could look like. Whether it was navigating the seismic disruption of a global pandemic, finding clarity amidst personal setbacks, or simply pushing through the daily grind to the finish line, which seemed so far away, you all have shown remarkable courage. And courage will remain one of your greatest allies. It will be the foundation that allows you to take risks, face change with grace, and pursue your dreams even when the world is unpredictable. As you've gone through your time at GV, some things have become certainties in your life, from the people that you surround yourself with, to the classrooms and places you've gathered with friends. You've had steadying forces to provide comfort and stability. As you conclude this portion of your life, know that you build certainty from uncertainty, just as I'm sure you did when you stepped onto our campus for the very first time, and all the way to this day of great joy. The unknown is not the enemy. It is the base on which great things are built. The uncharted moments ahead of you are not obstacles to be feared, but opportunities to rise to the occasion, find solutions, and grow. Courage, though, is not just about the journey. It's about inspiring and lifting those around you. The courage to stand firm, to be steady presence for others, and to choose confidence over fear will spread like wildfire to others, creating communities built around trust and hope. Class of 2024, as you move into a world that continues to change at an unprecedented pace, let your courage shine. Use it to break barriers, to innovate, to create, to challenge injustice, and to pursue the lives that you've imagined for yourselves. Lean into your values, your curiosity, your compassion, and your integrity. These will guide you through every question you will face. Your courage has brought you this far. It has carried you through storms that you could not have predicted. It will carry you far into the future. Trust me in that, and trust in yourselves. We know you, Grand Valley graduates, are up for the challenge. Congratulations.
Good afternoon. My name is Jenny Hall-Jones, and I have the pleasure of serving all of our students as the Vice President for Student Affairs here at Grand Valley. I am so pleased that we are here to celebrate you, our next alumni. It is my honor this afternoon to introduce our student commencement speaker, Hannah Hosfeld. Hannah will graduate from the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences with a bachelor's degree in comprehensive science and arts for teaching and special education. And I have it on good authority that her parents did not find out, and her family did not find out she was speaking until they came and saw the program. So, surprise! Please join me in welcoming Hannah.
Good evening. Lakers, let me be one of many to tell you congratulations. Friends, family, supporters, thank you so much for braving the cold to be here to celebrate with us tonight. I, like many of you sitting here today, began my journey at Grand Valley during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. As a freshman living on campus during the shutdown, I found myself feeling weary. My hopes and dreams of life at college seemed harder to reach as I zoomed into my classes, discovered the quintessential meal that is ramen noodles, and got to know the only 3 people whose faces I was able to see the bottoms of. In the midst of it all, I decided to begin writing down something each day that made me happy. I dubbed them little joys, and they began just that, little. September 21, 2020, I made it back to my dorm with all of my groceries in one trip. October 3, 2020, I remembered my ID today. But as I grew on Grand Valley's campus, so did they. As sophomore year began, my first entry echoed just that. I have my first in-person college class today, followed closely behind by, I joined a club. Grand Valley was bursting with life, and finding those little joys started to become second nature. It allowed me to appreciate the growth that Grand Valley was fostering within me, and it brightened my outlook on life. It even became hard to choose just one thing to write down every day. I was making friends, gaining mentors, conducting research, playing in IM volleyball, singing in my a cappella group, learning to be a leader, and chasing my dreams of becoming a special educator. As I walked to class, I'd get sneak peeks into others' little joys. People studying in the grass by the clock tower or laughing with friends over a Panda Express bowl. And it became so obvious that Grand Valley was a garden where community and ideas and dreams were growing rapidly. It was a home filled with joys for anyone and everyone, and it was a place where we belonged. And now, as we walk out of here tonight, leaving our garden and our home, like so many graduating classes before us, we are called to carry the Laker effect into the world. I sat with that thought for a while when I was preparing to speak today, wondering, what does that look like? I thought back on professors who embodied what it meant to be a Laker through their dedication and commitment to my education, and to classmates whose passion was palpable and inspiring, and I concluded that what is so beautiful about the Laker effect is that there isn't one definition. It's the impact that we as Lakers can have on the world. My Laker effect, the impact that I hope to leave in my path, is discovering and cultivating joy, just as Grand Valley did for me when I needed it most. And if you're pondering what being a Laker for a lifetime looks like for you, I implore you to try the same. As you head out into the world more than equipped with all of the tools you need to pursue your passions, prepared to accomplish incredible things, remember to pause, remember to breathe, choose to find those little joys, the no traffic days, the woke up to my first alarm days, and the really big ones, the first job days, the graduation days. Point them out, sit with them, and give them to others. Just as Grand Valley and its faculty and staff have done for us, create spaces where joy can flourish. In the words of a student who I'm sure would have loved Grand Valley, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. So I am absolutely honored to share the final entry for this chapter of our lives. December 7, 2024. We did it. Thank you.
We've been looking for a song to sing.
We searched for the melody, searched for someone to lead. We've been looking for the world to change.
If you feel the same,
Then go on and say, if you're out there, sing along with me if you're out there. I'm dying to believe that you're out there.
stand up and say it loud if you're out there.
Tomorrow starting now.
Ooh, no more broken promises, no more cold war, unless it's love and peace that we're really fighting for. We can destroy hunger, we can conquer hate. Put down the arms and raise your voice, we're joining hands today. I was looking for a song to sing.
We searched for a leader, but the leader was me. We've been looking for the world to change.
We can be heroes, just go on and say if you're out there. Sing along with me if you're out there. I'm dying to believe that you're out there. Stand up and say it loud if you're out there. Tomorrow starting now. If you're out there, if you're out there, if you're out there, if you're out there, if you're out there.
Thank you to our fabulous student performers. Let's thank them one more time. And thank you, Hannah, for your inspiring words and for reminding us to think about every little joy. Now I am so pleased to welcome our keynote speaker, Chris Hammer, who has continually demonstrated courage to overcome challenges and achieve enormous success on an international level. Chris is a 2009 GVSU graduate and a multiple-time All-American in the steeplechase and in cross country. After graduating from Grand Valley, he became a triathlete, and he faced many moments of uncertainty and doubt as he took on this new challenge. He competed in the triathlon in the Paralympics in Rio in 2016, in Tokyo in 2021, and worked through thoughts of fear and failure. This past summer, Lakers around the globe celebrated as he won a gold medal, which, by the way, I forced him to wear today. So notice that he's got it on, in a triathlon at the Paralympics in Paris, becoming the first Laker to win an Olympic gold medal. It is my time. At this time, it is my honor to welcome to the microphone Chris Hammer.
What an honor for me, to be here today. When I received the invitation to speak here, I was in Spain in a hotel overlooking the Mediterranean Sea, about to compete in the Paratriathlon World Championships. I just finished a season where I raced in California, Miami, Japan, Wales, Montreal, Paris, and it dawned on me. When I was sitting in your seats 15 or so years ago, I never would have thought that I'd be having all these incredible opportunities, traveling the world, pursuing my ambitions and dreams. But the thing is, it almost didn't happen. I compete for Team USA in the sport of triathlon, and the impairment or disability that I have from birth, essentially being a below-elbow amputee, qualifies me to compete in parasport and paratriathlon. So back in the fall of 2012, I saw that paratriathlon was going to be contested at the Paralympic Games for the first time ever at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. Having no triathlon experience, I reached out to the USA Triathlon's performance director, introduced myself and my background as a runner from my time here at GVSU, and expressed my interest to give triathlon a shot. And so the following spring, in 2013, I found myself in Chula Vista, California, at a paratriathlon training camp. Now, if the coaches thought they made a mistake when they saw me on the bike, showing up with basketball shorts instead of bike shorts, not knowing how to clip into my pedals, the coaches definitely knew they made a mistake when they saw me swimming. Now, being a Michigander, it wasn't as if I was totally helpless in the water, but I had no experience lap swimming, let alone competitive swimming. So there I was as a 27-year-old truly like a fish out of water, or I guess since I'm referring to my inability to swim, it might be make more sense to say like a rock in water, but however you want to say, I was not a natural at this sport. So as it was at that training camp, most of the training was done in the safety and comfort of a lap pool. But then came the open water swim. As you may or may not know, in the sport of triathlon, it's a swim, bike, run race, and the swim portion is done in an open body of water, such as a lake, river, ocean, reservoir. Well, this particular training swim was going to be in one of the bays in San Diego. And even though we're in Southern California, the water is still very cold that time of year. So you wear a wetsuit. Now, if you're not familiar with the wetsuit, they're actually pretty cool. They're sleek, black, rubbery suits that kind of make you look like a superhero. But they're very tight. They're definitely not comfortable, especially if you're not used to them. So this is my first time wearing a wetsuit, heading out into the cold ocean water, again feeling really squeezed around my chest, around my neck. And about 50 meters offshore, I can have what I only can describe as a panic attack. Now, I've never had one before, I've never had one since, but in that moment, so many negative and intrusive thoughts were just bombarding me. It felt like an eternity. In reality, it's probably only a matter of seconds, but I was just thinking, okay, I can't do triathlon, I'm gonna quit, I need to swim back to shore so I can tell the coaches, thanks for having me out, I really appreciate it, but I'm gonna quit. But also I see these shadowy figures swimming around me. I know there's seals and sea lions here because you can see them, but where there's seals and sea lions, there's probably sharks. So I probably won't even be able to swim back to shore and quit because I'm probably going to get eaten right now. So all these negative thoughts and more were just going through my head, piling on one another. It's not a good experience, but somehow and thankfully, I was able to suddenly shut those negative thoughts off, and I realized something. I realized I've never given up on anything in my life because it was too hard. I also realized I also thought about how I was raised from such a young age. So above my bed, my childhood bed, all until I came up to Grand Valley, was a motivational poster that said, "Accept the challenges so that you may feel the exhilaration of victory." I also realized how when I was young, my mom would often read me The Little Engine That Could. Now, whether it was because I was and she'd read it all the time. So whether it was because I was born with one hand or some other reason, my parents ingrained in me this mindset that I could do anything, that giving up was never an option. That's not how I was raised. It's not who I am. And that was true growing up with whatever it was. Whether it was playing video games with friends, golfing, playing baseball, ice hockey, it was never a question of if I could do something. Sometimes we had to figure out how to do some things, but I could do anything I set my mind to. So I made a promise to myself. I may end up not pursuing triathlon, and there might be legitimate reasons why I won't pursue triathlon. Maybe it's too expensive, too time-consuming, maybe it gets in the way of family, career. But the one reason that I was not going to quit triathlon was because it was too hard. That was a promise I made to myself in that moment. And then I started swimming again. And I finished that swim. I was still struggling, I was still scared, but I did not quit. That was almost 12 years ago. I was so close to giving up, but I didn't. And in all those years since, I've been on a remarkable journey that never would have happened had I quit. Now, that journey was not always easy. There were lots of ups, but also plenty of downs. So when I entered the sport of paratriathlon in 2013, my goal was to finish on the podium at the Rio 2016 Paralympic Games. I put in lots of work, and I got way, way better over those first 4 years in the sport. And I got better fairly quickly too, but I ultimately finished in 4th place in Rio, just one spot off the podium. And that's a tough pill to swallow when you're so close to your goal, you've dedicated so much of yourself to it. But I figured I'm still relatively new to this sport. I'm just going to be even faster once the next Paralympics come around in 4 years. The next chance would be at the 2020 Paralympic Games. Well, as you all know, 4 years became 5 years because the world shut down in 2020. So the Tokyo Paralympic Games were pushed back to 2021. And I was right, I got a lot faster, but so did everybody else. And once again, I finished in 4th place at the Paralympic Games, just mere seconds off the podium. So whereas after Rio in 2016, I was bummed, but I felt like my best triathlon days were still in front of me. After Tokyo, I would say I was more resigned. I had given it everything I had and was so close. Yet again, I just wasn't quite good enough. So if you're keeping track, I started the sport of paratriathlon in 2013, and I entered with the goal of winning a Paralympic medal. And now 8 or 9 years later, I finished as close as you could possibly be, 4th place on 2 occasions. The next opportunity would be at the Paris Paralympic Games in 2024. And that goal I've had was starting to feel more like a distant dream. I'd be 38 years old, past my prime athletic years, older than all of my competition. And I was to the point where I thought I just had to concede that I would never achieve my dream. But I thought back to when I first got into the sport of triathlon, that very first open water swim, feeling like I'm in the middle of the ocean, helpless, scared, just wanting to give up, wanting to concede. But I didn't. I didn't take the easy way out and quit triathlon then. I stuck with it, not knowing what my future in the sport would be, but also knowing that quitting wasn't an option. It wasn't how I was raised. It's not who I am. So with that in mind, was I ready to step away from triathlon now? After finishing so close to my dream twice? No one could fault me. I had a great career, plenty of podium finishes at world championships and other major events. But I also knew that I could never look at myself in the mirror and know that I gave it absolutely everything that I had. I needed to give it one last shot. But to do so, I went all in this time. I thought I did everything I could do to put myself in the best possible position to succeed for Rio and Tokyo, but for Paris, I pushed it to the extreme. So in 2022, my family and I moved across country to Arizona so that I could join an elite training group with future Olympic hopefuls. I got my butt kicked every day, practically. I went from working full-time to working part-time so I could dedicate even more of myself to my training. I even started to eat healthier, which anyone who knows me knows is the largest sacrifice of all for me. Anyways, I did all this just so I could have one final shot to achieve my dream. I need to say how thankful I am for my family because they sacrificed along with me as well. So thank you very much to my wife, Amy, who's here right now. These past few seasons, I truly walked a tightrope between burning myself out, staying healthy. I was constantly exhausted. I pushed past limits I previously thought I had, but to make a long story short, it paid off. And not just the goal of finishing on the podium, but at the Paris 2024 Paralympic Games, I finished on top of the podium with a gold medal. Thank you. I was the oldest competitor in my field. The odds were stacked against me. Ultimately, it came down to persistence, sacrifice, commitment, hard work, and more than anything, not giving up. Just like I didn't give up during that open water swim back in 2013. Now, why was I asked to share my story with you all today? I think because it's largely relatable. Maybe not necessarily the context of being a Team USA athlete, but the theme of pursuing your dreams, not giving up in the face of setbacks and disappointments, making the hard decision that sometimes your goals require you to make sacrifice, and having the courage to make those sacrifices. And then, of course, being persistent in the pursuit of your goals, not allowing a setback or 2 or 3 or 12 years to stop you from being the best version of you that you can be. As you go out into the world, you will face setbacks, you will taste failure, you will know defeat. What I want for you is the courage to not give up, to keep pursuing excellence. There's no guarantee that being persistent will allow you to achieve your goals. There never is. But there is one guarantee. I guarantee that you won't achieve your goals if you give up. So congratulations, class of 2024. Go chase your dreams.
Thank you, Chris, for your inspiring words. Good afternoon. I'm Jennifer Drake, the Acting Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs. I'm really pleased to be with you today. Now we move to celebrating you and congratulating you directly for your hard work, your perseverance, and all your achievements. Will the doctoral candidates from the College of Health Professions please stand? Madam President, these candidates have successfully fulfilled the requirements of a doctoral curriculum at Grand Valley State University. With the approval of the faculty, they are now presented to you to receive the appropriate doctoral degree.
Exercising the authority of the Board of Trustees of Grand Valley State University, legally vested by the state of Michigan, and acting for our faculty at Grand Valley State University, I now confer upon you, who have all fulfilled the appropriate requirements, your doctoral degree, with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining. I place upon you those obligations which you must assume as graduates of this university. As evidence of this degree, you will now come forward and receive the appropriate diploma.
Good afternoon. I am Jeff Pottinger, Interim Dean of the College of Health Professions, and I am so excited to be here with all of you today. Will the Marshal now present the Doctor of Occupational Therapy candidates from the College of Health Professions to be hooded and receive their diplomas. The candidates will receive their doctoral hoods from faculty members Susan Cleghorn and Brianna Hachinsky. Dr. Erica Hamilton, Interim Vice Provost for the Graduate School, will join us on stage to congratulate the students.
Audrey Siders. Sarah Rentz. Lindsay Ray Lehman. Megan Kramers. Jamie Drow. Jenna Lemon.
Please join us in congratulating the Doctor of Occupational Therapy graduates from the College of Health Professions.
Our congratulations to the newest doctoral alumni. Will all candidates receiving specialist and master's degrees please stand? Madam President, these candidates have successfully fulfilled the requirements of a graduate curriculum at Grand Valley State University. With the approval of the faculty, they are now presented to you to receive the appropriate graduate degree.
Thank you. Exercising the authority of the Board of Trustees of Grand Valley State University, legally vested by the state of Michigan, and acting for our faculty at Grand Valley State University, I now confer upon you who have fulfilled all of the appropriate requirements for your specialist and master's degree with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining. I place upon you those obligations which you must assume as graduates of this great university. As evidence of this degree, you will now come forward and receive your diploma.
You may now be seated until ushered forward.
Good afternoon. I'm Interim Dean Donovan Anderson, and I'm honored to join you today as we celebrate our graduates. Will the Marshal now present the specialist and master's candidates from the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences to receive their diplomas.
Stephen Lawrence. Mason Kolanowski. Anna Bream.
Grayson Kozak.
Mary R. Parr. Caitlin Anderson. Anthony James Raona.
Please join us in congratulating the specialist and master's graduates from the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences.
Good afternoon. I am Dean Diana Lawson, and I am honored to be celebrating all of these great graduates with you. Will the Marshal now present the master's candidates from the Seidman College of Business to receive their master's degrees?
Ryan Foster, Andrew Jensen, Wyatt Castra, Lauren Stevenson, Sophia Palumbo, Kennedy Bird, Asil Ayesh, Brooks Twist, Shanawaz Tasneem Jetty, Jen Joe, Maya Devanch, Ashley Aranda,
Miriam Amso,
Riley Hoffman, Julia Kotz, Amanda Short, Devin Hope, Nicholas Walters, Tyler Burkhart, Riley Long,
Andrew Laskowitz,
Bethany Hubsell, Zoe Wilson, Samuel Augusta, Alex Preby, Ellen McNiff, Samvid Bhansali, Amer Butt, Momo Palcante, Christiana Unakalamba.
Please join us in congratulating the master's graduates from the Seidman College of Business.
Hello, and thank you for being here today. I'm Dean Marwan Casantini, and I'm honored to join you in congratulating our fall graduates. Will the Marshal now present the master's candidate from the College of Computing to receive their diplomas?
Luis Gomez, Marcos Diaz Puerta, Jennifer Pelham, Jessica Malinowski, Nicholas Carter, Aditya Dubé, Dennis Mwaniki, David Nganga, Anthony Kigan, Jannatul Supi Jennifer, Faith Matthew, Bernard Moranga, Henry Nganjiri, Shameli Kandepu, Evan Parks, Nicholas English, Shruti Chauhan Mood, Sunanda Chavalamudi, Anusha Mandapudi, Kasim Abduba.
Please join us in congratulating the master's graduates from the College of Computing.
Good afternoon. I'm Dean Cheryl Soman, and I'm so excited to be here with you today. Will the Marshal now present the educational specialists and master's candidates from the College of Education and Community Innovation to receive their diplomas.
Destiny Davis. Elizabeth Khalil. Kelsey Ramos. Clinton Traves Sturkenberg. Chloe Joan Van Sickle. Catherine Polson. Camille Bauer. Hannah Frederick. Amir Smith. Autumn Bree Moore. Alexandria McKinstry. Wesley Keeley. Cameron Josiah Lee. Kimberly Sturzik. Rachel Smith. Stefan Lee. Jill Hinton Wolf. Leslie Young. Brandy Wheeler. Shadera Lawson. Melanie Cooper. Augustina Barr. Haley Priestap. Elizabeth Kelly. Deanna Damascus. Elizabeth Montney. Brianna Mason. Kate Wigman. Megan Antonic. Samantha Anderson. Jennifer Borbina. Amanda Lynn Childress. Reuben Riley. Stephanie Pearson. Nathaniel Silagi. Amanda Van Izenga.
Robert Samuels III.
Carly Schulte. Victoria Patterson.
Megan Peterson.
Macaulay Berry. Sophie Dowell. Colton Shaw. Lauren Beischer. Andrea Mihal. Gretchen Whipple. Samantha Sullick. Philip Saladin. Natalie Zadorozny. Betsy Pott. Alexandria Thomas. Renee Zagornik. Adam Prelip. Christopher Marco, Morgan Hanks, Sarah Lehman Davis, Michael Osust, Aaron Kotarek, Madeline Nelson, Megan Johnson,
Courtney Oman,
Kimberly Kramer, Barbara Covert, Catherine Mullane Hall, Lisa Fisher-Smith, Aruna Khadka, Melissa Bain, Caitlin Smith, Carrie Ames,
Krista Moore,
Carly Johnson, Madison Stieber, Madison Barton, Maya Ferguson, Esther Noah, Kyle Barnhart,
Please join us in congratulating the educational specialists and master's graduates from the College of Education and Community Innovation.
Hello, I am Interim Dean Tim Bourne. Thank you for being here today to celebrate our graduates. Will the Marshal now present the master's candidates from the Padnos College of Engineering to receive their diplomas.
Travis Redman, Chao Pham,
Jacob Pung. Please join us in congratulating the master's graduates from the Padnos College of Engineering.
Will the Marshal now present the master's candidates from the College of Health Professions to receive their diplomas.
Sarah Andrikovich, Savannah Thomas, Chloe Haskins, Susan Luca, Summer Brogren, Julie Henning, Ashley Witham, Haley Deptula, Allison Shattuck, Kennedy Osterland, Maya Barber, Emma Baines, Madeline Rawson, Natalie Hill, Allison Zeiler, Ben Fetterly, Cassidy Wilkening, Haley Hutchison, Ashley Platek, Elizabeth Sterrett, Amberly Jones, Brianna Breen, Carly Shekels, Lillian Howard,
Avery Howard.
Brekel Alexandria B. Devin Vega Cortez. Abby Dunster. Caroline Barthel. Sadie Lynn O'Dowd. Hannah MacDonald.
Jocelyn Mixon.
Kayla Bishop. Elise Lowell. Abby Pierce. Miranda Ullman. Hannah Skamehorn. Jill Ahrens. Caroline Jarima. Casey Bowman. Olivia Keelan. Ava Cheryl Ducci. Madeline Spring. Caitlin Anstey. Rachel Eads. Olivia Marie Rodriguez. Reagan Schonhard. Kaylin Gunn. Lauren Manis. Rachel Vance. Haley Hamill. Lauren Lesky. Caitlin Kolk. Madison Adair. Haley Blaney. Morgan Zylstra. Cassidy Brookhuizen. Savannah Blumel. Samantha Van Sumeren. Emma Antilla. Claire Donahue. Nishi Patel. Winifred Alice Karub. Austin Willie. Aaron Pope. Cameron Monroe. Holly Treber. Marin McClelland. Erica Langtot. Angelina Gill. Elise Cormany. Michaela Baker. Audrey Maynard. Kimberly Meany. Emily Benke. Samuel Quinn Zarowitz. Janelle Wright. Courtney Day. Jillian Dornan. Hannah Hall. Claire Belkowski. Rachel Paddinga. Morgan Phillips. Claudia O'Malley. Caitlin Hesse. Hannah Erdman. Melissa Wilkinson. Addison Gakwa. Kinsey Kraft. Tyler M. Philippak. Deanne Tron. Laren Kenwa Bakizi. Allison Stavnicki. Capriana Calvacci. Mary Erickson. Justin Smith. Lauren Parlett. Catherine Lutz. Rihanna Sheasley. Kelly Hoekstra. Grace Vaughn. Anna Fabrick. Kylie Strange. Amanda Mandrick. Alexis Prestel. Jane Von Kulaita Wynn. Mackenzie Lucas. Alexis Otto.
Please join us in congratulating the master's graduates from the College of Health Professions.
Our congratulations to the newest alumni of our graduate programs. Will all candidates who are receiving a bachelor's degree please stand? Madam President, these candidates Madam President, these candidates have successfully fulfilled the requirements of an undergraduate curriculum at Grand Valley State University. With the approval of the faculty, they are now presented to you to receive the appropriate baccalaureate degree.
Exercising the authority of the Board of Trustees of Grand Valley State University, legally vested by the state of Michigan, and acting for our faculty at Grand Valley State University, I now confer upon you, who have fulfilled the appropriate requirements, your baccalaureate degree, with all the rights and privileges thereunto pertaining. I place upon you the obligations which you must assume as graduates of this great university. As evidence of this degree, you will now come forward and receive your diploma.
You may be seated until ushered forward.
Will the Marshal now present the candidates from the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences to receive their diplomas?
Rachel Dutcher. Colin Bradley. Jonathan Leja. Lucinda Eberly. Jacob Martinson. Lucas Lumpies. Nicholas Robsky. Megan Daniels. Mackenzie Jones. Adam Van Buren. Kara Sawyer. Jacob Dawson. Emily Radenbaugh. Olivia Blackburn. Christina Milosavljevic. Jenna Lockridge. Matthew Phillips. Margaret Miles. Madeline Roy. Amanda Marie Mykrentz. DeMonte McCurdy. Kyla Cummings. Timothy Giovas. James Andrus. Louis P. Cousineau. Kyle Anderson. Amira Wilson. Savannah Smith. Drew Jones.
Alec Schulte.
Alex Halstead. Izzy Banowski. Sarah Pullins. Zoe Castor.
Brandon Trong Vu.
Kylie Kramer. Caitlin Hendrickson. Corey Wright. Drew Noel Raffler. Jessica Hay. Devin DeCare. Sydney Kuziak. Gregory Burnett. Isaac Rower, Jason Hegel, Grace Basso, Anna Skidmore, David Skidmore, Ryan Erickson,
Lydia Slim,
Jacob Pohl, Tyler Bellinger, Joseph Catania, Zachary Malinowski, Helena Fuller, Olivia Schremser, Jordan Valentine, Logan Vales, Nicole DeVries, Summer Statema, Vanessa Johnson, Emma Hamilton, Madison Kotowitz, Ariana Kriel, Madeline Gortzema, Kiera Weldon, Kate Cripley, Allison Herring, Kate Stearns, Elena Hope,
Emma Johnson,
Cormac Markham, Shannon Hollister, Miles Johnson, Margaret Van Pelt, Madison Atwood, Teague Donazzolo, Laura Yonan, Serena Locascio, Isabella Jabor, Matthew Long, Esanju Mungili, Claudio Ivezai, Connor Jacob Flack, Abby Haywood, Grayson Kelly, Shayna Soraya Nelson, Morgan Bates, Rachel McGurvey, Brianna Ergang, Catherine Phillips, Chase Telsma, Emma Rankin, Macy Bisball, Sarah Woods, Caitlin Heiser, Ian Patrick Spaulding, Keegan Molesky, Jamie Lara, Raya Marash Day, Allison Marsh, Lexi Hartnagel, Lauren Barenwald, Sydney Toth, Ryan Haryu, Kyle Vecht, Eddie Finos, Alex Peterson, Mackenzie Kahn, Caitlin Decker, Kendall Ashley, Connor Madden, Landry Naurat, Anna Wiecherkowski, Marin Roth, Mac Tyrell, Spencer Hahn, Jamal McClung, Vincent Mendica, Margaret Elizabeth Hahn, Jacob Joshin, Ryan Versick, Daniel Nadolski, Justin Shulo, Tyler McAvoy, Matthew Cross,
Joel Kreiner,
Ivy Strausberg, Hannah Lander-Shear, Ryan Poger, Nathan Lewis, Lauren Wilson, Brooke Wilkes, Alexis McCann, Alyssa Corian, Riley Richards, Aaron McDermott, Zarik Ahmed, Michaela Madsen, Braden Terhar, Donovan Riley, Julia Shreve, Jake Fries, Regan Cole Zimmerman, Mia Van Bracht,
Jillian Sears,
Avery Marshall,
Jacob Bishop,
Erica Pletcher, Carlina Vanden Bosch, Jonathan Whalen, Cassidy Johnson, Alexis Haynes, Morgan Anais Savage, Lindsay Malowitz, Madison Vogel, Aubriana Chaffee, Jessica Bach, Alexander Bolthouse, Hannah Gerwin, Kateri Flynn, Kaylin Aulick, Aaron Riley, Kobe Nyland, Andrew Laskowski, Landon Hotelling, Noah Koch, Andrew Medley, Justin Sweet, S. Beatty Hernandez, Randy Bludow, Marley Grangood, Alexandria Gilbertson, Perry LeBlanc, Dylan Froling,
Daniel Sandoval Huerta,
Lauren Luce, Caitlin Tibbett, Sarah Schleifer, Isabel Flatabeau, Alyssa Melodosian, Elise Vogelweed, Riley Webb, Allison Hunt, Alina Bajinski, Faith Marie Santangelo, Cheyenne Burpee Williams, Samantha Spala, Emma Klein, Rory Britton, Caitlin Perry, Max Havlick, Jerome Stokes III, Emmanuel Zavala, Caleb Elayan, Cooper Fassbender, Jacob William Kukuk, Caroline Munson, James Berg, Dorian Schlut, Matt Freitag, Brianna Bauman, Kaylee Truskowski, Colin Christ, Cheyenne Hassold, Alexis Brabo, Tu Lee, Chloe Mallard, Catherine Rota, Raylan E.D., Anna Zvart, Megan Alexis Venata, Riley Lockhart,
Stephanie Hugerheid.
Eliana Alber. Alisa Pavano. Solimar Salvador. Delaney Miller. Isabella Mammal. Jamie Maurer. Cashel Gietzen. Brooke Albert. Catherine Charnecki. Stephen St. John. Gil Castillo. Amela Chafo. Joshua Colin Hall. Adam Macy. Alexandra Ferguson. Shane Kenny. Nicole Roach. Catherine Heil. Tosh Ketz. Gabrielle Bame. Vila Rose Peñani. Heather Kaiser. Sawyer Barton. Jaden Maravich. Mackenzie Marie Niss. Phil Stone. Zachary Moore. Gage Towns. Immaculata V. James. Anaya Salgne Miles. Jade Rodriguez. Gladys Jarotich Rotich. Sophia Gaffa. Casey Bergman. Samuel Hoffman. Jane Hoffman. Zeke Nowicki. Jacob Roberts. Irving Pichardo. Koli A. Mitogo. Klep Gutel.
Please join us in congratulating the graduates from the College of Liberal Arts and Sciences.
Hello? Ha. Okay, Seedman, it's our turn. Will the Marshal please present the newest bachelor's graduates from the Seidman College of Business?
Alex Wood. Carly Hongerholt. Mia Surat. Kara Pilkington. Hunter Young. Marley Bengal. Jonathan Ropinski. Jacob John Laidlaw. Madden McDonald. Serena Booley. Dean Zelenak. Asia Smith. Darren Urbanski. Michael Sherman. Samuel Glens. Gabrielle Bilski. Ryan Canton. Jacob Bruger. Taylor Valdez. Cameron Kyle Kessler. Blake Lee. Benjamin Sinila. Caleb Holland. Sydney Lim. Ethan Rasmus Busher. Ethan Holy. Olivia Harth. Evan Valentine. Jonathan Ruckel. Brennan Lopinski. Thomas Andery. Nathan Novak. Evelyn Pino. Raul Antonio Montanez Sanchez, Kelsey Weisman, Andrew Wyckoff, Carolyn Cook, Luke Nelson, Joseph Crispin, Jackson Grider, Luke Devereaux, Mitchell Helmus, Adele Jablonski, Eric Heber, Connor Platts, Grace Thompson, Kyle Lachana, Anna Christine Grobowski, Abigail Altman, Seth Strout, Olivia Kelly, Robert Devon Gorniak, Elliot Bastians, Kyle Herman, Austin Mulder, Kayla Onkin, Felipe Noguera Pazzi de Miranda, Caden Elwerden, Justin Sima, Brandon Taylor, Ava Tomas, Raina Sikima, Brianna French, Madison Dombrowski, Hallie Ochepik, Luke Messing, John Evangelista, Caleb Ferris, Dylan Taylor, Tyler Davis, Cameron Rosenberg, Noel Hinsky, Joshua Henry Snyder, Josiah J. Boss, Trevor Walter, Eleazar Lopez Diaz, Kyle Perry, Adam Chubb, Diego Quintino, David Parlberg, Dylan McMaster, William Brandt, Luke Ritz, Laura Gable, Abigail Companer, Olivia Huber, Mackenzie Massey, Michaela Voisinette, Sydney Roberts, Elon Wolf, Zachary Thielen, Tyler Wynn, Brooklyn Carwat, Bryce Zink, Olivia Bingham, Casey Barnes, Zoe Karnick, Peyton Decker, Chance Anderson, Elijah John Bauer Guymond, Rebecca Kaufman, Anastasia Kritzman,
Kyle Rose,
Chase Myers, Michaela Rochelle McDonald, Erica Marquez Carrera, Joshua Bonner, Eric Dean, Liam Carney, Nathan Costin, Ryan Gilmore, Theodore Rounds, Jonathan DeBruin, Lakin Chapin, Abigail Hoffman, Christopher Ozarzek, Jacob Benjamin Crutch, Austin Burrows, Alexander Hoogland, Saned Hamed, Madison Jacobs, Michael Sloan, Taya Kutsir, Gabriella Lancaster, Joseph Wilson, Stephen Bloss, Aiden Dahlgren, Robert Skorupski, Justin Essink, Delaney Blanchard, Jack Richard Beltink, Quinn Wolf, Noah Whiting, Sajil Ahmad, Brett Lotterman, Bryce Tittel, Remy Tittel, Gavin Derwick, Paige Wilson, Adrian Cervantes Sosa, Rachel Anderson, Cassidy Finney, David Machin, Megan Baker, Lucas McLean, Joshua Torinar, Michaela Crick, Trizzy Tran, Chase Klusner, Alexis Gilde, Hayden Seguin, Isaiah Sabin, Jailin Ramirez, Jennifer Dow, Isabel Lorena Jimenez Umanzor, James Henry, Dylan Fritz.
Please join us in congratulating the graduates from the Seidman College of Business.
Will the marshal now present the candidates from the College of Computing to receive their diplomas?
Joshua Daniels, Matthew Sear, Evan Kaser, Alex Espinoza, Michael Malay, Dennis Salo, Jackson Bush, Tan Nguyen, Anna Pell, Mateo Chavaglia, Eric Hargrove, Gabrielle Munson, Jenna Lee, Matthew Joseph Zwolinski, Clayton Wenzel, Connor Wysocki, Kyle Brown, Justin Johnson, Jacob Avalos, Evan Yu, Eric Haney, Gavin Eshtruth, Nicholas Tofilovsky, Anis Herc, Matthew Barreto, Huang Nguyen, Matthew Lindahl, Tristan Ingram Reeve, Nathan Strandberg, Brett Gritters, Jacob Veltman, Kyle Fink, Jacob Fiddler, Riley Rawlings, Zachary Carlson, Sebastian Torreon Alonso, Nathan Andrew Vincent II, Diasa Johnson, Luke Nobis, Corey Walcott, Amy Shen, Brianna Lee, Yulisa Martinez, Zane Hardy, Dominic Mancina,
Penny Corbin,
Alex Isbrecht, Gabriel Baxa, Logan Rosser.
Please join us in congratulating the graduates from the College of Computing.
Will the Marshal now present the candidates from the College of Education and Community Innovation to receive their diplomas?
Gabriel Brown,
Madison Horde,
Madison Cagey, Bailey Sprick, Natalie Meduna, Hannah Hosfeld, Kira Brower, Mackenzie Cathcart, Diana Gutierrez, Esperanza Rodriguez, Elizabeth Haygood, Wesson Poole, Rehan Sulich, Elizabeth Green-Lees, Catherine Zucker, Lindsay White, Carter Bosch, Mason Debrulaire, Andrea Janacek, Ethan Vales, Julia Akerley, Madeline Mashonis, Julia Cassidy, Caitlin Cook, Brendan Gursky, Gage Williams, Darren Dorr,
Emma Cotwick,
Chloe Melville Schweda, Jennifer Stegehuis, Drew Johnson, Haley Mawiney,
Annie Bart,
Sydney Cole, Delaney Nation, Lauren Schnicke Hayden, Jaden McCallum, Katie Liggett, Savannah Maycroft Ragib, Audrey Meddaugh, Abigail Jenkins, Carolyn Mast, Hannah McBride, Seth Penna, Paige Pearson, Jordan Burnham, Leah Barber, Haley Marie Clark, Grace Van Kampen, Zoe Tickenen, Andrew Barksdale, Caleb Vanderberg, Nathan Wheat-Rakowski, Shennery Weberg, Sky Overton Weir, Jessica Singh, Alexia Saldivar, Samuel Walters, Taryn Norberg, Margarita Ramirez Rios, Megan Hexel, Ashley Graydonis, Sydney Joanne Melash, Cody Coleman, Emily Dean, Travis Bernash, Bryce Wiersma, Jeremiah Layden, Maxwell Wester, Jaden Teo, Grace McConnell, Christian Dow, Shelby Buchanan, Lily Bickley, Elise Hegg, Caitlin Slabos, Ivana Scott, Claire Black, Dominique Pichola, Holly Boyne, Haley Kruger, Lauren Ferris, Abby Canfield, Kyle Stephen Cushion,
Anthony Manley,
Brittany Blanche Buck, Ashley Taft, Reagan Gallina, Jill Veit, McKenna Benson, Caitlin Toner, Brooke Rogers, Audrey Schatz, Keely Sheeran,
Audrey Wood,
Elizabeth Nichols, Mary Pioranek, Autumn Fritz, Grace Elizabeth DiCanio, Erin Marshall, Paige Thering, Angel Minto, Ashley Phillips, Cassandra Watson, Olivia Flewelling, Morgan Drees, Jessica Augur, Danielle Weller, Macy Sicard, Samantha Ziebel, Eva Markey, Jacqueline Veldink, Hannah Denbo, Diana DeYoung, Isabella Gilniak, Austin Kinutske, Claire Budzol, Allison Blom,
Emma Young,
Caitlin Vowles, Logan Clack, Kylie Townley, Emma Pawlowski, Jennifer Roundtree, Betsy Garcia, Ella Vance, Olivia Gonzalez,
Catherine Eder,
Miranda Stark, Hannah Elizabeth Lobkovich, Braden Michael Moore, Ellen Wilson, Austin Johnson, Amber Booth, Chelsea Johnson, Delia Green.
Emily France.
Allison Bost. Dori Kosmides. Amanda Freeman. Emily O'Brien. Patrick McCadden.
Please join us in congratulating the graduates from the College of Education and Community Innovation.
Will the Marshal now present candidates from the Padnos College of Engineering to receive their diplomas?
Darwin Bowman, Iris Kokalari, Emily Hadrill, Taylor Fettig, Carl Ramsey, Tyler Harms, Isabella Fasoni, Andrew Karbutowski, Justin Hill, Sean Follow, Kyle Koenig, Tyler Upton, Samuel Zabrowski.
Please join us in congratulating the graduates from the Padnos College of Engineering.
Will the Marshal now present the candidates from the College of Health Professions to receive their diplomas?
Erica Bernal Ortiz. Samantha Bowes. Nolan Pavlak. Carrie Thorson. Ashley Green. Joseph Regan. Alejandra Rizzo. Alexander Shank. Logan Toller. Lauren Brown. Sydney Lancaster. Jenna Fineweaver. Courtney Myers. Analia Turner. Cassandra Corey. Tyler Jones. Mackenzie Ruba. Colin Arndt. Aileen Celeste Botello. Anna Huttinga. Jocelyn Kaiser. Stevens Mirville. Anne-Marie Graham. Anna Bisonet. Christina Smolinskas. Rita Dielli. Danielle Miller. Samantha Mahinalani Kimiko Castanos. Addison Foy. Samantha Conchesso. Erica Frederick. Vanessa Verdugo.
Please join us in congratulating the graduates from the College of Health Professions.
Good evening. I'm Mark Schaub, Dean of the Brooks College of Interdisciplinary Studies, and I'm honored to be here with you all and with our graduates to celebrate their accomplishments. Would the Marshal please bring forward the candidates for bachelor's degrees from the Brooks College of Interdisciplinary Studies?
Stephanie Moore. Anne Marie Scheck. Yes Hernandez. Cynthia Lee. Will Gustafson. Chance Freed. Taylor Grace Culver. Ariana Hux. Austin Smart. Emily Bramer. James Randall. Maria Elena Whitlock. Alexis Moody. Moesha Jones. Calvin Haight. Amy Kamuth. Kelly Smedley.
Mackenzie Smith. Brian Parkinson.
Haley Esterdahl. Maya Deaver. Shannon Bozetti. Josephine Zurek. Jeffrey Blakeman. Hannah Schmidt. Shanna Trowbridge. Joshua Vanderlaan. Stephanie Jane Stevenson. Katie Nader. Ashley Williston.
Please join us in congratulating the graduates from the Brooks College of Interdisciplinary Studies.
Good afternoon, I'm Dean Linda Lewandowski, and I'm thrilled to be here today to celebrate our graduates with you. Because I'm unabashedly biased, I'm going to say we saved the best for last. Will the Marshal now present the candidates from the Kirchhoff College of Nursing to receive their diplomas.
Sydney Elizabeth St. Amour. Claire Ryan Rink. Emma Mae Prowse. Claire Middleton. Michelle Walters. Tatum Hebenstreet. Riley Violet Demers. Megan Freigruber. Anna Cornell. Annalie Coates. Allison Clancy. Alondra Gonzalez. To Win. Ruby Gilbert. Sierra Robin Kane. Rachel Rigotti. Alyssa Woolley. Natalie Vega Castillo. Amanda Axton. Anna Schmidt. Elizabeth Ankrap. Danielle Koenig. Bryn Mortensen. Gloria Sweet. Zoe Calloward. Nicholas Fiedler. Tyler Jensen. Weston Kwiatek. Cormac Phelan. Olivia Bella. Emma Hill. Elizabeth Allary. Caitlin Alf. Amanda Woodard. Heather N. Beasley. Veronica Soika.
Timothy Gilman.
Olivia Monroe. Olivia Hall. Olivia Nelson. Andrew Giese. Maxwell Ratton. Ashley Williams. Grace Upham. Morgan Jones. Lindsay Hubble. Anna Haxma. Alyssa Almazar. Grace Betley. Megan Blake. Kate Pasternak. Sydney Malia Ziegler. Liana Nicole Wagner. Cameron Westerling. Abigail Perkins. Mackenzie Walters. Caitlin Manson. Ann Keith. Emma Ritarshik. Carson Morgan. Caitlin Jansen. Natalie Nowicki. Lauren Jasinski. Lauren Luke. Abigail Sims. Grace Walker. Emily Otto. Chloe Lay. Haley Stroop. Michaela Busaka. Mary Catherine Bianchi. Dominique Patterson. Lauren Elise Williams. Tiara S. Judkins.
Please join us in congratulating the graduates from the Kirkhoff College of Nursing. And let's give another round of applause for all of our graduates.
At this time, will all the individuals who have just received their bachelor's degrees please stand? In a minute, I will ask you to follow in the time-honored tradition of moving your tassel from right to left. Upon graduation, your tassel is placed on the left side of your mortarboard. This change appears simple, but in fact, it is not a small thing. It is symbolic of the semesters of hard work, intellectual curiosity, and your determination to succeed. I hope you feel the joy of your accomplishments as I now ask you, please take your tassel and with me, move it from the right to the left side of your mortarboard to signify the fact that you are a college graduate. Congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Lakers, and welcome to the alumni family.
Today, you become a part of the GVSU Alumni Network, a strong and growing network of Lakers here to empower you in achieving your personal and professional goals.
There's this ethos that is part of the Grand Valley culture. There's a humility, there's a hardworking ethic, there's a passion for doing really good work, there's kindness. I feel really privileged to be teaching at Grand Valley and then also to be part of the alumni network.
Being a Laker for a lifetime is this really beautiful community that you are a part of. And there's a lot of pride around being a Laker.
Hail to thee, Grand Valley, with all your steadfast true. Praise our alma mater, we pledge faith to you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, you did it.
Is that me? We're almost there. Be seated one more time for a very brief charge. Class of 2024, as you go forward, know that courage doesn't always mean bold leaps. It shows up in steady persistence and every step as you progress closer to your dreams. And remember to savor life's little moments of joy, the satisfaction of solving a problem, the laughter, the joy that comes with spending time with friends, and even the quiet calm of an early morning when the entire day and all its possibilities and opportunities are in front of you. These joys will nourish you, they'll inspire you, and they'll remind you why your hard work matters. Congratulations, Lakers, you did it.
Congratulations again to our graduates, and a sincere thanks to the families and friends for attending our commencement celebration. Please remain at your place until the platform officials and faculty recess. Following the recessional, graduates, you will be dismissed row by row to meet your families and supporters outside the arena. These commencement proceedings are now concluded.